Have you ever felt like your life is just a series of almosts? You have a desk full of half-finished books, a hard drive full of abandoned projects, and a mind that's constantly buzzing with the next big thing that's definitely going to change your life this time. We usually call this ambition or having endless potential, but there's a trap here that almost no one talks about because it doesn't look like a trap at all. It feels like freedom. We think that as long as we keep our options open, we stay powerful. But the truth is, having every door open is just another way of being a prisoner in the hallway. Welcome to the Future Self Project. Today, I want to share a story with you about a place called the Many-Gated City and a traveler named Kael who learned the hardest lesson of all, that the cost of being everything is eventually becoming nothing. Long ago, there was a traveler named Kael who arrived at the walls of a legendary city. This city was famous because it had 12 magnificent gates, each leading to a different life. One gate led to the path of a great scholar, another to a master merchant, another to a renowned artist, and so on. Kael stood before the first gate, his heart racing with excitement. He could already imagine the robes he would wear and the books he would write. But just as he was about to step through, he looked over at the second gate. What if that path is even better? He whispered to himself. So he ran to the second gate. Then he saw the third. Days turned into months, and Kael spent all his energy running back and forth along the outside of the walls. He knew the carvings on every door, but he hadn't tasted a single meal inside the city. He was exactly like a man named Elias from the old stories, who had pieces of every craft, a half-finished boat, a cracked pot, and a cold forge, but mastered absolutely nothing. One evening, Kael sat exhausted by the roadside when an old gatekeeper approached him. Kael looked up and said, "I have so many gifts and so much potential. I just haven't found the perfect path yet." The gatekeeper didn't give him a map. Instead, he asked a simple question: "How many harvests have you watered?" Kael was confused, so the gatekeeper picked up a small seed. He told Kael that if he buried the seed today but dug it up tomorrow to move it to better soil, and did that again the next day, and the next, nothing would ever grow. The seed isn't the failure, and the soil isn't the failure. The hand that keeps moving it is the failure. This is the lie that so many of us are addicted to, the idea that a new beginning is stronger than faithful continuation. We mistake the excitement of a new idea for actual progress. But look at anyone who has actually built something. The builder with scarred hands, the musician with bent fingers, the blacksmith with burns on his arms. None of them had an easy road, and they didn't wake up every day feeling inspired. They simply refused to leave yesterday's work unfinished. They understood that a river reaches the sea for only one reason: it refuses to turn back. Think about your own life for a second. Maybe you're trying to start a business, learn a language, and get fit all at the same time, but you quit the moment it gets boring or pointless. You're digging up your seeds before they can sprout. The cost of everything is realizing that to truly enter one gate, you have to let the other 11 die. You have to be okay with not being everything so that you can finally be something. Your greatest enemy isn't failure. It's your own endless desire to begin again. 1,000 brilliant ideas won't change your life, but one ordinary idea followed every single day until the end actually can. So, I want to leave you with the same question the gatekeeper left for Kael. Take a look at your unfinished projects, the dead sticks in your garden. What is the one thing you keep leaving behind too early? What is the one gate you're standing in front of, afraid to commit to? Write it down in the comments. Sometimes, just admitting what we've been abandoning is the first step toward finally staying put long enough to see a harvest. Thanks for being here at the Future Self Project. Stick around, and let's stop moving the seeds and start growing the forest. I'll see you in the next one.